Hi everybody. So we are here at Senchal Wildlife Sanctuary, which is very close to Darjeeling, West Bengal. And I have a forest officer with us. Now, recently there's a movie called Sherni, right? And a lot of people... Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
And did you like that movie?
Yeah, I liked it.
So for our viewers, tell us what your name is and what's your designation currently.
My name is Rachna Pradhan. I live in Darjeeling. And I'm a deputy ranger posted at Sunanda Beat under Senchal West Range.
Right. So how long have you been in this service or as a forest department officer?
It's been 18 years running.
Right. And I know we met you here in the middle of the wildlife sanctuary, but tell us, what does your job entail? What is your everyday like?
Okay, my everyday life, I mean, it must be very interesting to the other people, but it's a job that I do and which I love very much. And it's all related to wildlife. So we are actually connected to the wildlife division. So we do a lot of monitoring of the animals, a sort of sensors duty where we see in which compartment or which area the animals are moving.
Right.
And then we do a lot of rescue operations also.
Rescue operations for the animals?
Yeah, for the animals, because we have a lot of fringe. You've seen a lot of fringe villages around the forest.
Right.
So what happens is we get a lot of animal depredation inside the villages.
Right.
So sometimes the animals goes into the village and attack some people, or sometimes they lift cattle. So when the animal is actually inside a house, or it needs protection, so that's where we go in and rescue them.
Oh, lovely. So in this sanctuary in particular, what are the different types of wild animals that we find?
Okay, so according to the schedule, we call it schedule, important animals are under schedule 1.
Right.
So we've got 4 important animals under schedule 1. One is the Himalayan black bear, and the other is a serau, which is a type of deer, which is something like a sambar, big in size. And then we've got the leopard. And the interesting fact about the leopard is we've got 2 types of leopards. It's the same common leopard, but one is there's a change in the melanin or the skin pigment, so it has become black. So some people call it the black panther. So we have these 2 varieties of leopard. One is the black one, and the other yellow common one. But it's the same species.
Right.
It's not
and are leopards as dangerous as tigers are, for example, or lions?
Actually, the leopard, they like to roam about the fringe villages because it's so much easier for them to get food. Because they depend on the cattle, and it's an open market for them. So they don't have to hunt for their prey. So they just go into the villages, steal the animals, the cattle, and bring it back.
So when I look at you, I'm thinking this is a very risky, adventurous job. Like it's drizzling right now and we're in the middle of a forest. But this is for you like an everyday job.
Yeah,
so does it scare you, or is it adventurous?
No, we've grown into this job, so it's a more daily routine for us.
Right.
So it becomes exciting sometimes because we had an incident last year in a place called Goravari, right on the national highway, where a bear had entered a house. So it was actually a godown where ration was being stocked up. So the bear used to go in every day and eat the ration and come back in the morning. But that day he overslept. So when he overslept, he was inside the godown nicely eating, and he slept the whole day. So we got a call at around 9 o'clock in the morning saying that a bear is inside. So we went down, and it was a very risky operation that time because the bear was quite huge. We tried to tranquilize it 3 times, but again, it was just like an animal, a little bit. When we did the first tranquilization, the animal just got a little bit knocked out, like having a little bit more beer or something like that.
Right.
And then again after that, after 5 minutes, he used to wake up. So this went on for the whole day.
Right.
In the end, we were able to actually tie his hands.
Oh.
But then again, he suddenly woke up, and then we had a tug of war. The bear was pulling us. We were pulling the bear. So in the end, actually, he got loose and ran away into the jungle. So it was good for him because it was quite a big animal, and it would have been very difficult.
And it wasn't hurt in the process then,
It wasn't hurt at all.
Right. So for all the young girls or young women watching you and who want to do what you're doing, which is be in the forest and take care of animals, what's your message for them, or how do you suggest that they kind of progress through their careers?
I think this is a very interesting career and a very challenging one. And I mean, nowadays people all love the wildlife, and we all want to protect the environment. So it's a great job for the woman. It's not risky at all, and we would welcome anyone who would come with open arms into our job.
Do they have to write an exam? Like how's
yes,
the career?
They do have to. They have got UPSC exams.
Right.
They have to pass the exams.
Right.
But it's a very interesting job. Please, we would like the girls to come more into the forest department, more than the boys. Because I think the girls are better administrator than the boys. I'm being a little biased, sorry for that. But I think we can control the situation much more quickly than the boys.
Right.
I think we are more cool, I think, less hot-headed than the boys. So less of concentration and more of administrative work.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But very quickly, just a last word. So a lot of people who come to, forest, especially wildlife sanctuaries, what's your message for them? Like, do you feel like these days people kind of are more careful in terms of being, just more mindful of environment? Or is there a message for them?
So actually we've got two types of people coming into the sanctuary. One is they just come for fun and the other for knowledge. But then what we are observing in the coming trend here is we are observing more of plastic inside the sanctuary. So we've actually started a campaign which is called the Plastic Free Senchal campaign.
The Plastic Free
Senchal campaign.
Okay.
So it has been going on for 2 months, and we request anyone coming into Senchal to please not to bring any plastic. So we are banning single-use plastics. So actually what happens with the plastic is we have all these kurkure and these Bisleri bottles and everything going around. So they eat and just throw it into the jungle. There are two categories, I said. Some are responsible tourists and there are these unresponsible tourists who throw it into the jungles. So what is happening is the animals are actually ingesting all these plastic inside their body. So which is actually causing a change in their food behavior and their behavioral patterns. So this is very important,
Right.
especially even among the birds. We have about 160 species of birds here in Senchal. So, and in some birds, we have found that they have ingested plastics, and because of which they are dying. So, it's a very sad cause. And I request anyone coming into Senchal to please not to carry any plastic items with them.
I think that's very well said. So for all the young women who are watching, get into this job, you're needed. And I love your boots. They
thank
say
you.
every time a woman wants to rule the world, she needs the right pair of shoes. I think you've totally on
thank
you.
you.
And everybody else who's, a wildlife enthusiast and is coming to Senchal, please make sure you're not leaving any plastic behind. Thank you so much. It's
Thank you so
drizzling.
much.
And we requested her for an interview and you very kindly agreed. Thank you so much.
Thank you